That intro gets me every single time. What is going on, everybody? This is the Walkthrough King, and this is a little bit of a different video than what I normally do, and it's basically a throwback with some memories. And I had to start it out with Noctur on Tote, and if you're a fan of zombies, this is where it started all off. Anyways, within the last few days, there's been a lot of teasers for Black Ops 4's DLC 4, which is set to be the last map of the Aether storyline that we know and love, and have been following for a really long time now. It didn't really end up hitting me until earlier today. I ended up seeing JC upload a video where he did a reaction that was a throwback reaction with his old high school buddy, and that got me feeling like really nostalgic. It basically just made me think back to everything that has happened with zombies and myself since I started playing zombies. CoD Zombies ended up being the very first game that I ever played online. And before I ended up having Xbox Live, as I didn't have it initially when this game came out, I ended up beating World at War's campaign and seeing that cutscene that we saw at the very beginning. And when I was seeing that for the first time, boy did that scare the absolute shit out of me. I don't know why, but that just really gave me the creeps. And I actually couldn't even play CoD Zombies at the start until I got Xbox Live and then loaded up a game online, because I was like, if I gotta go through this crazy experience and somebody else is there going through the crazy experience, it's probably not as bad. And ever since I started playing this online, I was just hooked immediately and played it all the time in between multiplayer sessions of World at War. I always remembered whenever there was a DLC that was going to be dropping, me and my friends were always really hyped. I never ended up buying a lot of DLCs or anything back then, but every single time there was a DLC for zombies, I was always buying that. Just going from Noct to Verrucht and getting really excited to know that there was perks coming out, then going into Shino Numa and expanding upon that even further, bringing in more wonder weapons, Der Reese bringing in the Pack-a-Punch. It was just an ever-evolving mode as we went every single map. And to this day, it'll probably forever be one of my favorite modes in any game that I've ever played. And it's really crazy to think about, but I actually have so much to attribute to this one game mode. Now, for the rest of this video, I might be all over the place with some stories and different things. Anyways, I have to say, if it wasn't for zombies, I probably would not be on YouTube, if at all, today. Back when I started my channel, my primary goal was to post playthroughs the moment I could, as I would rush through a game within a day and just have the entire thing uploaded with the ending cutscene immediately as fast as I could. There wasn't really a lot of people doing that, and I did that for a very short period of time before just stopping altogether. Now, I had always followed zombies and primarily only saw NGT on YouTube, as well as Syndicate and a few others, but the community wasn't really huge like it is today. And it wasn't until I saw the community was actually rapidly growing with Easter eggs and tutorials that I thought, hey, I play this mode basically all the time. I know every little thing about it. I could also try and help out the community as best as I could by posting tutorials as fast as I possibly could, as that's always been pretty much the goal of mine. And that's when I started posting different tutorials and Easter egg guides, as well as occasionally live streaming the Easter egg hunts for zombies. And that's what really kicked off the channel. It even got to the point where I ended up finishing with my good buddy Vec a Easter egg for the first time before anybody else had completed the Easter egg. And that's where things really started to get crazy for me on YouTube, as I ended up getting a shout out from Noah J.
The man who did it first, the team who did it first, is the Walkthrough King, who is absolutely just an absolute homie for sending me this footage and allowing me.
I always got mad love for Noah J, as if it wasn't for that shout out, I don't think things would have really gotten going like they have to now. Anyways, I also started daily live streaming. He's lying, he doesn't daily live stream. Back around a year ago, last July. Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the Walkthrough King. And well, if you're watching this on stream or via the archive, and I have met so many amazing people since I have started streaming. I never really did consistently stream until one day I was just like, hey, I play zombies all the time. Let's just stream zombies on the daily, or at least as much as I possibly could. I was so motivated playing zombies last year as well. When Black Ops 4 dropped, that was probably the most amazing time I have ever had playing zombies, at least on YouTube, as during the 9 Easter egg hunt, for some reason, I don't know why, one of our streams just ended up getting really crazy. We had a few thousand viewers in it. Never seen anything like that in my life. So I always have to attribute this channel starting out and growing. Even though I know I posted videos before zombies, it pretty much all started with zombies. Even when we're not talking about YouTube itself, I still have met so many amazing people through Zombies itself. Roku is one of my really long time good friends. In fact, he is the longest known friend of mine that I have met online, and I ended up meeting him through Zombies itself. While also being in these communities, I met a lot of other longtime friends that I still talk to online to this day. And it's absolutely crazy to think it was all just because of this one mode. This one mode even got me motivated enough to learn a lot of life skills like programming. In World at War, it was actually very easy for people to cheat and exploit the game, to the point where you would search for a public zombies lobby around the mid-life cycle point of World at War, and you would get into games and just see mod menus all over the place. This got me so interested into how they did those mod menus and why they worked the way they did, to where I ended up learning how to program from that, a skill to which I still use to this day. So like I've been saying this entire video, this one game mode has been so crazy, it's actually changed my life forever. And I'll always ever be thankful to the devs that did end up making this mode and brought it along all the way up until what it is right now. With the launch of DLC 4, that is supposedly going to be the end of the Aether universe, as I said at the beginning of this video. And I do actually feel like it is time to move on. It has been a long time in the making, and the community right now just is not anywhere near where it was. I would say the peak of the community was actually around Gorod Krovi's time, which is probably the most hyped I was during Zombies as well. I didn't really do a ton on YouTube at the time. I just remember the day they dropped the Gorod Krovi trailer. I had just woken up like an hour or two before that, hopped on the PC, was so excited for that trailer to drop, immediately watched the trailer and was just reacting with it with Vex, and just the hype was absolutely unreal for that. Seeing the PPSH in the box, just everything with the map itself. That map had dropped after a dry period between Zetsubo and Gorod's release, so it was just so hype seeing that trailer drop. Along with the Revelations trailer, that was such a good trailer. There's so many other little small odds and ends memories that I will forever take from this. Even things that just do not matter whatsoever at all. Like, I can go back to Noct and can tell you a ton of different glitch spots. If you see me jumping around in this video, that's pretty much a spot where there used to be a pile-up glitch to where you could just run and jump into the spot. Since this mode was brand new and they never did anything like this before, it was fairly easy to find a lot of glitches early on. And me and my buddies were just not that great at the game. We were really young at the time. So we ended up doing a lot of different glitches just to see how high of a round we could actually get to. We would end up spending hours and hours just doing this kind of thing. There were so many fun glitches too. In World at War, I remember there was a glitch to where you could end up using those campaign cards. And that is kind of like what we see today with all of the customizable options you can use in customs and zombies. There was a ton of different options, like you could go into paintball mode, you could have it so you can only throw grenades and they didn't actually explode. It was just like throwing a rock and you had unlimited grenades. I also had a lot of good times in pub matches coming up with Zombies. Now I usually never ever go into public lobbies in Zombies. I'm always just in private matches. I can't actually remember the last time that I did use public lobby searches. But just from World at War and Black Ops 1, me and my buddies would always, if we didn't have an extra person, end up searching into public lobbies and just having the best of times. Anyways, I didn't really have a goal in making this video. Like, I didn't set out bullet points or anything else. That's why this video's been all over the place. I just ended up getting really nostalgic and just ended up wanting to just record. So this is what I ended up coming up with. Never really just sat down and talked for like 5 or 10 minutes before like this. But I actually really enjoyed thinking about all of the memories as well as putting together this video. It is going to be sad to see Zombies go away, but like I said, it is time to move on. I'd rather see Zombies go out where it is right now versus sticking around a lot longer and then just continually going towards a lower point. It is kind of a negative time with how Black Ops 4 was handled, but as a lot of other people are talking about, it is time to be positive. The last and final Aether storyline map is going to be dropping, and I cannot wait to go into that Easter egg hunt that map. As well as I feel like after that ends up going down, I will also go and make a similar video to this one. And I also wanted to do a complete movie style video, basically bringing us from Noct all the way up until the end. So it's like a complete movie style video of everything that happened in CoD Zombies. As I basically feel like I owe it to every single person that has subscribed to me from the very start when I started doing Zombies up until now. I know I have not done zombies a lot, or if at all, in the past few months, and there has been a lot of change on the channel, but there will always be that special place for me for the zombies community. I also know that this isn't probably going to be the end of CoD Zombies as we know it. However, there is going to end up being more than likely a break. I don't think Modern Warfare is going to have a zombies mode. And apparently with Black Ops 5 dropping a year from Modern Warfare's launch, it will have a reboot of the Aether storyline. But this will be the first time that we've had a long break from zombies, and it's just not going to be the same. Anyways, I might do more style videos like this in the future, just talking about different topics. Maybe even life stories, or just going into memories of other games that are like no longer super prevalent. So let me know what you guys think of this video. Sorry for being all over the place in this video as well. I was also messing around with my mic settings, so if my mic sounded like shit or I sounded like super different at any time throughout this video, that is why. I apologize for that as well. I wasn't really sure about how to end this video. I was thinking about going and shouting out a bunch of different people and thanking them and basically explaining their part with me for the come up of zombies up until now. But I think I'll save that for after DLC 4 is over with in the thank you style video that I do plan to make towards Treyarch and basically everybody in the zombies community. So this is pretty much the outro then. I am interested to know all of your guys' stories from zombies, how you got to start playing zombies, why you got into zombies, any memories that you got from zombies specifically, like drop a story of like literally anything. Once again, before I go, I do have to thank Treyarch for creating zombies, as I literally have no idea who I would be today or where I would be today if it wasn't for the fact that this was a mode and this was a thing. It's literally crazy to think that, but that is literally how it is. Thanks again to anybody that has tuned in and followed me throughout this zombies journey on this channel as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to be posting any zombies content up until then, as everybody and their mother does the reaction style videos to the trailers and new things that are coming out hint-wise. So I guess for the people who have followed me for zombies, I will see you guys September 23rd, which is the drop of DLC 4, which is really interesting because that's on a Monday and they've never done that before, so I'm not sure if that was a typo, but it should be that week. It has been an honor to have been a part of this community, and we will see you for the finale. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you are an absolute fucking legend. Let me know if you ended up making it this far. This has been the Walkthrough King, and we'll see you really soon. Peace!